Hi, my name's Nicky.
My name's Alan.
My name's Lisa.
I'm here to tell you a story.
I found heroin and I went full pelt on that heroin.
I came to a point in my life when I was so full of desperation and so full of hurt and so full of pain, and there was no way home.
In my dreams, I've been taking heroin and crack cocaine. It haunts my dreams. It's not a nice substance to get involved with. It fucking gets a grip of you.
But through my life, one pain in the backside officer, Alec Owen, an inspector, right, did not give up on me. He's a really nice gentleman, because he never gave up on me. Never give up on me. That's all I needed. Someone to turn around and say, listen, show me the way, and I was shown the way.
My dad always used to say to me, you will never beat the system. When are you going to learn? Whatever, I'll have a good go trying, you know. And I did have a good go trying, but he was right.
I was born in Liverpool 47 years ago. Only first picked up chemicals when I was about 8 or 9. Older lads, mum's Valium, drink in the house. I was unruly. I was put into a private boarding school, so I had extra little chances just to try and take me away from the madness, but I felt out of sorts. I felt different, for want of a better word. I didn't last there anyway. I won't go into it, but something happened in the house when I was 14, and I was locked away. I was stuck on an indefinite care order, so I became a man in jail. In places that weren't nice back then. There was no real protection for you. There's no social services, no probation orders, and you know, there was nothing like that. It was just a lunatic asylum. I don't get fucking stroked. I don't get looked after. I get horrible jails. You know what I mean? I was a horrible person, so I get horrible jails. Wrapped around horrible people, and it's hard to sort your life out in there. I first got into the gear then, properly. I'd tested it, I'd tasted it, I'd used it since I was 14, you know what I mean? But periodically, because it wasn't easy to get hold of in prison. But when I come home, I took to it with a relish. There's no other word for it. It took me away from all my problems. It stroked my ego. It was a marriage, you know what I mean? She looked after me, Lady H, you know what I mean? It took away all my worries, all the fears I had, all the feelings of loneliness and being lost. This drug did it for me, and all the crime that came with it. I was hopelessly addicted, you know what I mean? I couldn't put it down, which hurt me as well, because it was just, I had no self-will. My belief was I was lacking in self-will, because I could do everything else. Anything else I put my mind to, it was tunnel vision, I could deal with. Usually criminal, or most of it criminal, you know what I mean? But I could get on with that, and it wasn't a problem. But I couldn't deal with everything. I couldn't deal with the substance I was using at the time. There was other substances as well, but the main one then was heroin. But it just went on from there. You You know what I mean? And I went away to jail again. I could never get away from the gear. Could never put it down, you know what I mean? I could put it down, but I picked it straight back up again. I had to rattle after rattle after rattle in the cells, turkey after turkey. And I just come home and pick it up again, and I don't know why. And it used to kill me, it was killing me inside, you know what I mean? I was lost. You know, I was a waste of space.
Started with cannabis, then LSD, speed, on the ecstasy, crack cocaine at 15 years of age.
How are you funding that?
Crime. Car crime, burglaries. Who's got a stockbroker belt at Cheshire? And you didn't have to break into anything, everything was left open. I've got loads of money, it's all in short, just make a fortune. But it was all for drugs.
How did it make you feel when you first tried it? You remember where you were and who you were with?
Yeah, it's just like, it's how you forget your problems, it just numbs everything, kills all your emotions. It's like being wrapped in cotton wool. Like, I know it's a bit of a cliche, everyone says, oh, it's like being wrapped in cotton wool, but it is. You don't want for anything. The thing is though, it's so easy to get into that life and not realise you're in it until something happens and you can remove yourself and then look back at it and go, fucking hell man, I used to do that shit. I used to live under the railway arches at Salford fucking train station for 3 years. I used to live in multi-storey car parks, didn't give a shit as long as I had drugs, I didn't care, man.
I was quite good in school and I was quite popular, I had friends, and at the age of 11 I was sexually abused by a neighbour who lived across the road. And my mum and dad packed up our house and they went down to live in Queen's Park with my granddad. And we lived in my granddad's house, and for some strange reason I found myself going in his pantry and finding a bottle of whiskey. And I drunk it, and I remember not liking the taste, but I remember liking the effect because it took the pain away. Because it wasn't the sexual abuse that was paining me, it was the uproot of the family. So this whiskey helped me forget all that. My feelings went away, my head was blurry, kind of didn't know what was going on. And you know what, I used alcohol, and ever since it progressed into addiction. And my life went completely out of control. Then I come down to Queen's Park and I found this gas, you know, so I picked up substances. I must have been about 13 when I was doing this kind of stuff. When I put the gas down, I found the cannabis. When I stopped the cannabis, I found the whiz. When I stopped the whiz, I found the heroin. When I stopped the heroin, I found the crack. You know, I never went a day without a substance within my body, you know, ever. And if I did, I weren't very pleased about it, you know. I was angry, I was kicking off. I found heroin and I went full pelt on that heroin. I ended up going in prison. I was 19 when I first went to prison. My crimes increased, the drugs increased, my crimes increased, and I started just being ruthless and running around supermarkets, running out with trolleys. I started robbing handbags in town. I started dipping old women. I started doing sneak thefts around posh houses like where we are. You know, my crimes went through the roof. And I ended up in prison many times.
But through my life, one pain in the backside officer, Alec Owen, an inspector, right, did not give up on me, right, and I get nicked and I get brought back from out of town on warrants and I get thrown in my local, they're waiting for me to go, and he'd always turn up at the hatch. I go, sod off, Alec, back off, mate, give me, didn't want it off me, never disrespected me, asking names, what anyone was up to, never any of that, right, just, you're not this. There was honesty about him, because he didn't want anything off me. He just wanted to help, which freaked me out, but I actually found quite weird, you know what I mean? Sitting in the cells, oh, what's going on here? He said, you're going to change. This isn't you, lad. You're killing your mum, and then I get angry. Oh, You know what I mean? Talk about me man. Because he used to talk to me, man, I'd go mental. Alec had come to terms a long time ago that I wasn't a bad person. He knew, I think really truly believe he knew the person I could become now and the help I could, the things I could actually give back to society. Because I've taken all my life and it's about time I gave back. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this person, hopefully he's still alive. He's a really nice gentleman. He's going to be older now. And I wish him well because he never gave up on me. He never gave up on me.
Just say when and I'll...
When?
Everything seems to go away. Maybe that's where it should stay. Everything seems to go away. Maybe that's where it should stay.
What are you doing back here, Nicky? What did we say after that last chat? You said you weren't coming back. What have we spoken about? Come on.
You're sitting listener.
It's just better if I stay away. I have no reason to enjoy today.
Come on, Nicky. Over there, you know where you're going. Right, to see the sergeant.
What's he here for again?
These are too much. These feelings are too much. And I still feel yours.
What are you doing back here again, Nicky?
On me.
We had that chat last time. You promised me you weren't coming again. What more can I say to you to stop you coming in here? You know what's going to happen.
It's just better if I stay away. I have no reason to enjoy today. And I don't feel no love today. And I have nothing more to say.
Keep it calm, mate.
Fuck off, shit.
Fuck off. Right? Down, sit down. Come on. Just calm it down.
These feelings are too much. These feelings are too much.
Wait till you open the fucking door.
And I still feel yours.
Just calm down. Come on.
On me. Your hold on me.
What are you doing back here again, mate? What have we talked about?
Everything seems to go away. Maybe that's where it should stay. Everything seems to go away. Maybe that's where it should stay.
Here, again. How many years is this going to go on?
I could not deal with life on life's term. And it doesn't matter how many court cases I had, how many people I hurt, how many people I terrorised, how much my family was so disgusted at me, they didn't talk to me, they didn't want to be near me, you know what I mean? They were scared to be near me, which is embarrassing in itself. I couldn't put it down. I'd get lucid parts in my life where I'd see the reign of terror I was causing.
things like homelessness has been the main problem in my life. You learn to deal with that.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed what you get used to.
What was like an average day?
Shit. Wake up, have a dig, go make some money, have another dig, go make some more money, have another dig. Just do that until you fall asleep. Keep doing it. I used to graft. I used to go begging from Thursday to Sunday and do the entire weekend and not go to sleep. It's Groundhog Day. It's shit. You're a slave. It's fucking horrendous. I wouldn't wish it on my. Actually, I would wish it on my worst enemy. It's torture. I still have dreams about taking drugs. I've been clean for 3 years. I still wake up feeling ill. Withdrawing from heroin, because in my dreams I've been taking heroin and crack cocaine. When I wake up for the first couple, not all the time. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes when I wake up for the first couple of minutes, I'm looking for my drugs. It haunts my dreams. It's not a nice substance to get involved with. It fucking gets a grip of you.
I used to blame either the police or the courts or the judges or my solicitor even, and you know, I've even blamed my mum for just giving birth to me. You know, that's how I played it, and everyone was to blame except me. And if you've had the life I've had, and you know, and I just said at the beginning, I had quite a good life. All right, I had one disturbance when I was 11, you know, but I hung on to that all I could, and I used that excuse. And you know, and one of my favourite sayings today is, there's no big enough excuse to use. You know, I used to say, why haven't I got a job? Why have I got no friends? Why haven't I got a home? Because I ended up homeless. I ended up sleeping under bridges. I ended up sleeping in cars. I crack dens, you know. They were comfortable to me, you know. So my life didn't mean much. It just didn't, you know. And many times I'd smoke these drugs or I'd take these drugs, and I just did not want to wake up. Many times, but it never happened. I'd wake up and I'd have to go on the graft again, and I'd have to go and rob some poor old woman, or I'd have to go and burgle some house. And so when this drug dealing come along, actually, it kind of saved me a little bit. It saved me because I didn't like stealing off people. You know, I didn't kind of mind drug dealing. You know, believe me, if anyone sold my daughter drugs today, I'd mind it. This policewoman pulled up, she said to me, he said, can I have a word with you? She handcuffed me. She handcuffed me and put me in the car and said, with suspicion of possession of drugs. And see, because I was this ego and invincible, I had all my drugs in my bra. You know, they were in apes and they were in bags all over, in all my underwear. And it was in the paper. If you Google my name, I'm in the paper for stashing drugs in my underwear. It's blinking embarrassing. That had become my life. It become my career. Crime had become my career, I'd say. It was a full-time job. You'd go to town in one set of an outfit. I'd have to go in a charity shop, pinch a new outfit to get changed, to get the cameras off me. And then when they got on me, I'd have to go and pinch another outfit. It was really hard work.
Is there any police officers that stand out in a good way?
Jerry, I used to go around shoplifting, right, and he was funny, but he used to piss me off because he'd be hidden behind shelves. He was as advanced as us in thinking, because we'd always find a way around stuff we would, but so would he. He was always on our level, he was. And, you know, I used to say, oh, he's a dickhead. Because he kind of was, you know, he was crafty, man. And he'd get you in this cell, and he'd talk recovery, and he wouldn't know it. Have you thought going to rehab? Why don't you stop this? So As much as I didn't like him because he was crafty, I can't say I didn't like him, because I liked him. I liked him as a person, and I think he was very caring. So out of all the police that I've dealt with, Jerry stands out the most for me.
I came home from a sentence and I was just on a benzos and I picked up alcohol, and that seemed to do it for me. And I was still the same person. I was still the same horrible person. I was still doing, my behaviours were still the same. I was still robbing everyone in sight. My graft was robbing dealers, right? Because at the end of the day, my attitude was that they can't go to the police, you know what I mean? So I'd go above and beyond and terrorise them and hurt them, physically, mentally, metaphorically. I turned up in the town and people knew me, people stopped selling, people hid, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'd stick an iron on your back and take your parcel off you, because that was my graft, you know what I mean? That was my graft, and I was good at it. And I instilled fear in everything and everyone that I knew, so I ran with what I knew. Anger, temper, taking what I wanted out of life, and not thinking of the consequences or the people I left in misery afterwards. And I did that for a long time. I came to a point in my life when I was so full of desperation and so full of hurt and so full of pain, and there was no way out. I'd gone to jail again, and I come home, and even though I'd gone through the problem with the ale before I went on this sentence, I really didn't think I had a problem just with the alcohol. So I'd come home from this sentence, this last one, and I thought I'll change. But my idea of change was come home and go to work and turn the top floor of the three-storey townhouse into a crop. And grow weed. That was my idea of being a legal person. That was my idea of changing. I didn't feel right. I still felt hollow. I felt I was missing something, right? You know what I mean? I was an emotional, physical and mental mess, but I was still doing what I was doing. I was still making money, I was still working, I was still growing weed, and I was getting by. But at the end of the day, I was getting more bitter and more resentful every step of the way, and my drinking had gone through the roof. So I was on 16 ml of buprenorphine, drinking myself to death of a night, and on a crap load of Valium as well, and I thought I was living a normal life, growing shitloads of weed, and thinking I was doing okay. The kids' alarm clock was me waking up. I couldn't even make it to the ensuite. I was puking in the bucket from under the bed and reaching to the drawer and pulling half a bottle of vodka out, shaking, trying to get it down, puking it up, and I couldn't function until I got that done. Because I couldn't live like this anymore. I didn't want to live like this anymore. John, I used to go down to Widnes and I used to see him. So he'd help me as much as he could and he'd keep me alive by sending me on detoxes and getting me in there and trying to explain things to me. But I wasn't ready to change. Until it come to the time where I was ready to change and accept how messed up I really was, and there was a way out. He'd always told me there was a solution, but I'd never believed him. Anyway, on the morning that I was due into Open Minds, I was brought down, I was put in a car by my family and thrown into a room with 11 lunatics, all talking about life and problems, which freaked me right out. But luckily, here by the grace of, I took the knock and fell asleep, because I'd have probably ran away that day. And so began my journey.
So they turned me into a prolific, and I remember I was fuming. I was fuming. I was the first girl in Wrexham, actually, to be made into a prolific. And I remember, how dare you? You know, because they were like, well, we need a girl as a prolific. I remember it. And I was like, well, it's not me. Not me. What about her? What about her? And she come into the prison, and I was sitting there, and she was like, Lisa, as a licensed condition, we're going to put you into a rehab. And I was like, you what? I don't think so. And I started realising, do you know what, I'm not getting away from you people, I'm just not. You are going to hound me until I stop. But then at the same time I thought, well, do you know, you PPO officers, I'm going to go just to naff you off. So I went to a 12-step one in, and it was still in a prison, and I count myself very fortunate to have gone there now. And I started off very determined, and I started off willing to listen to them, willing to try what they'd done. So, because they got so far and something was working for them. And you know what? I then realised that's what I want to do. I just wanted to be a decent member of society. That's all I wanted to be, and I didn't know how to do it. I just didn't have a clue.
Well, the drug workers have been trying for years to get me into rehab, always saying, you're better than this, sort yourself out. They had a top 10 hit list of people on the street to try and sort out between the police, the homeless unit, the police homeless unit and all the drug services and everything, and I was always in the top 10 for like 10 years. And when I did go around to my drug workers, and because we were getting methadone scripts on and off, I did say, look, I walked in, as soon as he looked at me, he said, you've had enough, haven't you? I started crying. I said, yeah. He said, right, I'll sort it out. The point that I got to that made me want to stop taking drugs and try and sort my life out was when my leg swelled up. I thought I was going to lose my leg. And I know several lads in Manchester that are still on the streets, still begging, still injecting drugs into the groin, and they've lost legs, and they're in wheelchairs, and they're just a total mess. And once you get to that point, there's no point back. You know? So before it got to that, I decided to sort myself out while there was still a chance.
Tell us about the bees.
The bees are awesome. They keep me sane. The bees are top. When I was in rehab, I expressed an interest in nature because I've always wanted to work with nature. And an opportunity came up to go on a beekeeping course, which I snatched with both hands. Well, after I left rehab, I go to a recovery organisation called Agro, and they presented me with the opportunity to go on a further course. I did that. I've now got 2 colonies of bees. Hopefully going to be expanding once I get a driving licence, because I need to be mobile to do what I do. I want to make cosmetics, candles, and nice stuff basically.
That's your passion?
It's my way out. Nature's my passion. The whole planet, the whole way it works and everything, but this is something that I can do, this is tangible.
Never felt this way before, so please don't walk straight through the door. I love you every single day. You make me smile, you make my day. So kiss me quick and squeeze me slow, 'cause I don't know which way to go. I'll hold you tight straight through the night. I'll kiss you slow, 'cause it feels right.
Wait a minute. Believe me.
They can't get to you. They fly straight up with their asses like trying to sting you, but they can't get to you.
Oh God, I'm panicking. You're pushing my limits here, you know.
There's one.
Oh man, everywhere.
Yeah, there's loads of them.
Can I just stand here then?
No. Hello, girls. Yeah, they've been busy. Quite funny, man. Woohoo! Go have a look. See all the grubs in there? Wait a minute.
Oh God.
See all the grubs? That's a queen cell. There's a grub in it.
Me chase this penguin love can feel so right. I can't see anything.
What are you looking for there?
I'm looking for whether there's a decent regular pattern of capped brood,
Yeah.
whether there's pollen, bit of stores around the side, whether there's eggs, whether there's grubs, whether they're trying to produce queens or not, because that's how you tell when they're going to swarm, which I don't want.
Feels right.
You have to get them off. The best way to do it is just quick. There's another queen cup. Is there a grub in it? No. See all the pollen? When you've got an oilseed rape, it's bright purple.
Right.
Yeah, see that's just all brood, all grubs.
Right.
I'm in love for the first time.
What have you learned?
He like picks the things up and then just goes and shakes it, and obviously there's like, I don't know, thousands of bees on the wooden frame, and it just goes and then they're all just like, oh, not nice.
'Cause I'm in love for the first time.
So I'm trying to build something that's reliant on me and the weather, and that is it.
So while I was in this prison, I found a fellowship, which is Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, and I went to them both. And I remember when Mike had at work, said to me, "Why don't you try this rehab? It's 12-step." I went, "Oh, I'll give it a go, just get probation off me back." But I kind of thought the second I get out of this prison, I will go and use, because that's what I'd done on every other prison sentence. So I went to Carrots and I said, "I need to carry on doing what I'm doing." And they were like, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "I want to go into a rehab the day I leave this prison." And it was a decision I made, and I stuck to it, and I searched round for a rehab. So I carried on. I went into a rehab when I left prison. I'd done 6 months in that rehab, and I kind of become... what happened was I was going to Alcoholics Anonymous and I was going to Narcotics Anonymous. I was even going to Cocaine Anonymous. So I was doing all these anonymouses, and this lad said to me, he said, "You've got to plant a flag. You've got to plant a flag." Now all this lingo, I didn't know what they were on about. Now you can chuck it all at me anyway. Right, so I had to plant this flag, and I decided to go with Narcotics Anonymous because they're a little bit nutty in there, and kind of like nothing you say will shock them. And you know, I'm not going to sit here slagging fellowship off, but in Alcoholics Anonymous, it's like I'm scared of shocking them with some of the stuff I might have done or did, you know. And so with Narcotics Anonymous, I couldn't shock anyone in them rooms because they've probably done it, if not worse. So that's cool with me. But this 12-step started working for me, and because of the belief in the room, just the belief that people were getting clean and they were living a normal life. And that's what I wanted more than anything. I wanted to be a mum, and I wanted to be a sister, I wanted to be a daughter, you know, and I wanted to be an auntie because I've got nieces and that. And you know what? I found something I love. And I go out every day now, and you know, there was no fellowship in Wrexham. There wasn't, and you know, and I'm so pleased to say now we've got about six people in from Wrexham in Narcotics Anonymous Fellowship. I've kind of dragged them with me, and I literally have dragged them, but they love it. They love it now, like me. They've got a passion around it, and now they're going out dragging other people in. You know, it could just go crazy.
So that person you were 5 years ago,
I'm not that person anymore.
There'll be somebody
That is
like
that person.
right now watching this, sat in a holding cell or custody suite or in jail. What's your message be to them?
I used to sit there in jail and you get people coming and giving talks, and you used to sit there thinking, he's a fucking knobhead, what's he on about? See, what's he shut up, you can't relate to me. I used to say all that stuff, it's all bollocks, go away. But try for yourself, it works. Just put a bit of effort in. I was too scared to change, it was too hard, it was too easy to stay doing what I was doing. Too easy. Stop excuse, I'm a smackhead. I can't do that, I need to go and get my gear. Fuck off. Dead easy to do. Too easy to do.
Which life's easier?
Better or easier? Actually, this life's easier because you get benefits. The other life seems easier, but it's shit. You don't get fuck all out of it. You're in limbo. Every day's the same. I've got prospects. I've got opportunities. I've got scope for development. I've got nice friends. I live in a nice part of the world. I'm happy. I'm not as happy as I could be, but I'm fucking damn sight happier than I was. I used to say I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want, and I don't want to go back to that.
I had to come to a decision in my head on what life I wanted, and I followed the steps, and it's a 12-step program, right? And they're basic. Look, it's a simple program for very complicated people. We have heads that will catastrophize everything. I will annihilate any good thoughts in my head and go with the bad thoughts automatically because it's in my nature. This was explained to me that I have run on fear all my life, and this is going to be hard for anyone. Anyone in the jails, anyone in the madness, anyone with issues, anyone who thinks they are what I was, right? That you have ran on fear all your life, you know what I mean? That we are fear-based, because we are. I had to change everything. And as things started changing, I started breaking down, and it started hurting. I was starting to get a conscience, which I didn't want. I was starting to get feelings. I was starting to get humility. I didn't want any of this. I didn't book in for this. I just wanted you to take the craving for drugs away. Beautiful people I had around me that wouldn't give up on me. And no one had ever done that in my life. No one had ever been there. Periodically, people had tried, but no one had ever stuck by it. I thought, you know what? You're a beautiful person inside, Nicky. You are a nice person. It will come out. We'll get it out of you. They wouldn't give up. And that is what that's all I needed. Someone to turn around and say, listen, show me the way. And I was shown the way. And the person sat down to me and he turned around and said, would you make that decision now? If I told you to go and do the things you did now, would you do them? And listen, bang, epiphany. But what? You've got no chance. And that was the pivotal moment, right? That was the bang. It all went. All the fear, all the anxiety, all the pain, all the hair left me. The emotions were still there. I was still raw, still crying. I was still coming to terms with the person I was and the person I was becoming. But all the pain had gone. All the feeling that I didn't want was uplifted. And it was true. They said it would be taken away, and it was, man. This is my last chance. I've got another relapse in me, but I haven't got another getting better. Because you know what? With the knowledge I've got now, that there is actually a solution out of this. If I pick up now, I'll destroy myself in weeks. This program it's just literally basic life, basic human beings, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you act a certain way, you treat people a certain way. If you act out of order, right, you say sorry. This is natural, basic human instincts that we should be following, but none of us have. None of us with a criminal past, none of us with an addictive past. I've got this. We can't have this because we've been living and brought up in a society that we've made in a city or wherever you are, where it's all madness. If you show something like that, you show weakness until you actually can step up and say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I want a bit of freedom.
Well, actually, my first lot of voluntary work was in a charity shop in Warrington. So I went in and filled the form and he said, do you have a criminal record? I said, no. But I've been taught in rehab, you have to be honest at all times. So it was like, it was horrible. I had this conscience, like a voice inside me saying, you're not walking out the shop till you've been honest. And my other side of my head was saying, just shut up, will you? Shut up. And I was arguing with myself, but I did, you know, I got honest in the shop and I said to her, I said, can I have that form back? And it was one of kind of the first times I'd ever been honest, really. And I told her everything about my criminal record and she said, start tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then I was there a month, I was there a year. I got a diploma in shop retail now, so guess what, I'm a prolific shoplifter with a retail diploma. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I wanted to give something back to the homeless. You know, when I was homeless, I'd sleep in Tinos, down on the Holt Road. I'd be eating in soup kitchens. So I started doing volunteering there, and I didn't know the people in Warrington like I know the people here. I wanted to say to them, yeah, I've sold you drugs, but you know what? I'm okay today, come with me. If I can do it, you can do it. I've got dreams. I've got dreams. I kind of want, I'm always aiming higher, but that's what addicts do. They always want more than what they've got. But you know what? I'm going to say it because I believe it. I'm going to aim to be managing somewhere. I am. 5 years' time, I'm going to become a manager. And if I don't become a manager, I'm going to have my own business.
Yes, I smoked a hash pipe, yes, I took 1,000,000 pills. I even chased the dragon just to keep my mind quite still. My brain was always racing, too many thoughts for me to tell. I did the things I done, cause I thought, fuck it, what the hell. Now I just keep moving on, at last my mind's at ease. And I think I'm a better man for seeing the things I've seen. Well, I progressed to drinking so I could put myself to sleep. I didn't want to wake up, I didn't want to face the people suffering no causes when the world revolved around me. Now I wake up, open my eyes, my days are bright and free. Now I just keep moving on, at last my mind's at ease. And I think I'm a better man for seeing the things I've seen. Now I'm starting over. finding new expressions in this place I call reality. Now I'm starting over. Do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place we call reality. I'm looking at their faces, that's how I used to be. I'd like to give them something, I'd like to help them see there's a better reason, a life without that pain. But they keep thinking in circles, always acting the same. Now I just keep moving on, at last my mind's at ease. And I think I'm a better man for seeing the things I've seen. Now I'm starting over, do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place we call reality. Now I'm starting over, do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place we call reality. Now I'm starting over, do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place I call reality. Now I just keep moving on, at last my mind's at ease. And I think I'm a better man for seeing the things I've seen. Now I'm starting over, do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place I call reality. Now I'm starting over, do I act the way I want you to be? I'm finding new expressions in this place we call reality.
I'd always get caught. I didn't even think. How did I think I was getting away? Do you know what I mean? Oh, God. They always caught me.
If I can't emphasise this enough, if I can't turn around and say to the police enough, right, change your ways on this, right, get the courts to allocate people to go to 12-step programmes, because you know the funds you put into crime and the money that's spent on combating crime, right, and the horrendous amount of money the criminals like me causing the madness, right, if just 5% got this, the millions you would save would be unreal, and it's a snowball. And I've watched it. I watch this on a daily basis. I watch people helping people, and there is nothing stronger than one addict helping another. You know what I mean? You can have all the courts and all the people and all the love and best wishes in the world, but that's not going to do it, mate. You know what I mean? You need people like me. You need people. You can't learn this crap in a book. You have to have life skills. You have to have people skills that you can't earn. You need to go through what I've gone through, and that's embarrassing because no one should go through what I've been through. And I really wish I hadn't, but at the end of the day, all the pain and the anger and the anguish that I've been through has made me what I am today and has made me as passionate I am about this programme.
What I'd say to the police is maybe take a look at the person, you know, just hearing my story now. You know, this started for me when I was 11 and I had a bad episode in my life. A bit like Jerry got to know me a little bit. He wanted to know a little bit about me. It wasn't about the crime as such with Jerry. You know, he wanted to catch you doing the crime, but then when he got you in, he found out a little bit about what was going on inside, you know. And I know you got your criminals out there that probably just do it for the buzz, but I think people in addiction, they don't do it for that reason, you know. They do it because they've got no choice and they're desperate. And I'd say to the police, if anything, try and direct them to recovery. Try and just keep smashing through that denial that they are never going to get clean, never going to get dry. Yes, they can. And the prolifics, like I was, you know, I might have helped just smash through that denial of we have to live like that because we don't, you know. It can be done. You know, I had to go into rehab and get it smashed through. I'm hoping and I'm liking to think now that the police officers are grabbing this recovery stuff with us. The Group 4s are, the judges are, I know for a fact the services around Wrexham are now, you know. So the more people, not just off us, coming off everyone. Let's all join together, unity, in smashing these addicts' way of thinking and bringing them in.
How do you stay clean?
I've got too much to lose, mate. Well, I've invested in myself. Getting clean's not the hard bit. That's the fucking easy bit. Staying clean's the hard bit. You've got to get things in your life. You have to. You have to get decent people around you. If you've got to build a new life, you have to. Otherwise, you just slide straight. Because the problems that made you go into that crap anyway, it's just going to resurface again.
I feel like it's a different person.
I feel like it was a different life, not a different person. I feel like I've been have you ever watched Quantum Leap? Seriously, I feel like it was Quantum Leap. All of a sudden, I was a junkie, and then all of a sudden, jump, boom, bang, you're not. Because it happens quick. While it's happening, you think it's dragging like foot. But when a year or two's passed, you look back and it's like this year, I'm like, but me, it's June already.
What this programme has given to me is a new perspective on life. What this programme has given is a complete cognitive change. It's given me a life that I enjoy. I have a smile on my face, you know what I mean? I have friends that I don't deserve, you know what I mean? I live in a fellowship, I work in a fellowship, I believe in this so much, right, that I wholeheartedly put my heart into this, right? And there is nothing more beautiful. This is a person who tie you up, rob you, and put holes in you to take your parcel off you. But now, I'd rather sit there with that same person and share his burden and share his pain just to change him. Because you know what? You can only keep this by giving it away. And there is nothing more beautiful than watching someone change. When someone, literally, it's a phoenix. Listen, it's phoenix from the ashes, man. It's amazing. You cannot understand how unreal this is to watch someone who's broken, beaten, nasty, corrupt, full of every evil, horrible thought in your life change. And it watches. You can take someone away from someone for 6 months and you come back and see that person when they're working this programme. And they're a different person. Most addicts and most alcoholics, Jesus Christ, how much money do you have to make if you're an addict? How much graft do you have to put in? You put that into legal ways, right? Jesus Christ, man, you're going to want for nothing. It's not rocket science. I have to work this programme on a daily basis. This isn't something I'm fixed. I'll never be fixed. But as long as this is my attitude. You know what? If I do what I did yesterday, right, today, I'll probably not pick up today, and that's good enough for me. So all I say to you officers out there, if you see someone and you see there's a chance to turn someone, to change them, don't ask them for anything, mate, right? Just tell them there's a better life. Tell them there is a way out of this. Because you know what? If I can do this, if I can change, anyone can change.
And a little message to anyone in the chaos is, give it up. Just give it up. You know, there's no beating the system. It's too hard. It's hard work, you know, and we think that's hard work. You know, recovery can be hard graft, but it's nowhere near as hard as what we were doing out there. Nowhere near, you know. And I'd say just step over, come and have a look. And I'll be surprised if you step back that way, very, you know. Just come along, and you know what? We'll take us, that your fellowships, whether it be SMART, you know, I can't just say Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, SMART. There's all these things out there, you know, that people will guide you, and you're not alone. They're not alone, you know. Come with us, that are in recovery, we'll take care of you. To the camera. If I can flip it, you can flip it.
I flipped it. Hello, cat.
Do the cat on your knee, like
no, I say like some evil villain then.
I can't believe you're making me say this. Shut up. All in all, I flipped it.
That was good.
Oh, do you want to hug?
I do actually. So much. You star. Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing.
Right, let me help you take these chairs.
Yourself in that situation, what's gonna